Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve Codechef problem, a problem on sticks. Before we look into the problem details and some examples and the Java solution for this problem, I want to mention that my channel is dedicated to help people in their Java and coding interviews. You will find a lot of helpful videos on my channel that can help your preparation for Java and coding interviews. On my channel, you will find more than 300 solved different varieties of coding problems which are previously asked in their coding interview questions by big tech companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo, and many others. And those problems are very important from coding interview perspective because they constitute wide range of varieties such as BFS, DFS, matrix problems, graph problems, problems related to optimization using priority queues, linked list strings, dynamic programming, and a lot of logical questions that can be solved with the help of data structures such as tree set, hash set, tree map, hash map, queue stacks. So you will find vast varieties of previously asked coding questions that can help you practice for your coding interviews and Java interviews. So please subscribe to the channel now. So let's first go through the problem on stick statement first. On a sunny day, Akbar and Birbal were taking a leisurely walk in Palace Garden. Suddenly, Akbar noticed a bunch of sticks on ground and decided to test Birbal's wits. There are n stick holders with negligible size numbered 1 through n in a row on the ground. Akbar places all the sticks in them vertically for each valid eye. The initial height of the stick in the ith holder is ai. So Bilber has a stick cutter and his task is to completely cut all the sticks, that is reduce heights of all the sticks to 0. He may perform 0 or more operations. In each operation he should do the following. So he can perform these following operations on the sticks. So choose an integer h and fix the cutter at the height h above the ground. The cutter moves from 1 to n stick holder. Whenever it encounters a stick whose current height is greater than h, it cuts the stick down to height h. That is, for a stick with height small h which is greater than capital H, it removes its upper part with the length h minus capital H, right? All the upper parts of sticks that are cut in one operation must have equal lengths. This is important, right? So all the upper parts that we are going to cut in one operation, they should be of equal length, otherwise the operation may not be performed, right? So they have given us one example here. So as you can see 5, 3, 5, so these are the stick heights, right, that they have given us. So first in the first operation they are saying that you can put the height 3 and 4 is allowed, right? So if you go to the whiteboard, let me just show you here quickly. So 5, 3, 5, let's just assume that this is the 5, 3, 5 height, right? So one height is 5, this is 5, right? Other height is 3, this is 3 height, and this is the stick with 3 height, and this is another stick with height 5, right? So what is allowed to do in the operation is he can do a cutter, like we want to cut the sticks to 0, right? So he can move the cutter. There are two choices. He can do it at 4 or he can do it at 3, right? And why we can do it both? Because the remaining part that are going to be cut are equal, right? If we are cutting at 4, this part will be 1 1 will be cut, right? So both are 1 1 that are cut, right? So that is fine, that is allowed. If we are cutting at 3, this cut part will be 2 here, and this is also 2, so both are equal. So if both are equal, it is allowed, right? So he can cut at 4 or 3, but we have to minimize the number of cuts, right? If you look at the here, then we have to minimize the possible number of operations, we have to minimize, right? So here if we put a cut at 3, then it's only one operation will be required, right? And once we put a cut at 3, right, then only the height of the sticks now is 3 3 3, right? 3, then this is also 3 and this is also 3. So we can do one last cut at 0, right? At 0 we can do cut. so it will be 0 basically. All the three cut sticks will be 333 here, right? So this is the second operation. So in two operation we can cut all the sticks to 0 basically, right? Because that is what our goal is, right? So I'll just remove this example from here now, but you got the idea how we are going to like what is the problem basically, right? So Akbar wants Birbal to completely cut all the sticks in the minimum possible number of operations. If you want to be friends with Birbal, help him to solve the problem, right? So the example that they gave us, we just discussed this example, right? I just showed you this example. So h is equal to 2 is invalid, so uh, the cutter goes upper part, two sticks, and like here he is saying that we can either cut at 3 or 4, right? So we will cut at 3, and after we cut at 3, then we can cut it at 0 basically. So let's go through the what's input is given to us here. So input is number of test cases, and first line is single integer n. So n is given, which is number of sticks, and these are the height of sticks, right? 1 2 3. So let's first take this example 1 3 1 2 3, right? And then we will take this another example. So let me just go ahead and create a link here quickly. So we will take this first example, right, where we have height 1 2 3. So there are 3 sticks here. So let me just take this as a 3 sticks. So let's say this is a height 1, then height 2, and then height 3, right? So these are the 3 sticks that are given to us. So 1 2 and 3. So what we will do is, to minimize the operation, first we have to cut it here, right? First cut we have to put it here. This is 2, right? So all the sticks that are cut are having equal length, right? So only one stick is there basically, which length 1, right? So this is one operation. The second operation we have to do is, after this one is done, we will do the second operation at height 1, right? Once we do the height 1 operation, the sticks, these two sticks got cut of 1, right? This is 1, this is also 1, right? So this should be equal basically. That is the uh, requirement of any operation. So this is fine. So this is our second operation. So now after the second operation, if you look at all the sticks height, now every stick has a height 1, right? Here also 1, here also 1, and here also it's 1. So if we do a cut at 0, so if we do a cut at 0, then all the 3 sticks will get cut into height 0 basically, right? So in 3 operations we can achieve this, right? So this is the minimum number of operations we can do it. So that's what they said, as you can see in the output. So minimum number of operations are 3. So they also did the explanation here, so it's the same explanation. So this is what the problem is. So let's look into another example. This is another example where there are 4 sticks, right, with different heights 1 2 3 5. So how we will do the cut here for this test case, right? So first cut for the minimum operations we can do it at 3, right? Even if we can do the cut at 4, but that will not minimize number of operations. We want to minimize the number of operations, so we are going to do a cut at 3. So this will cut this stick by 2, right? And this is our operation 1 is done. So now this one will remain after 2 is cut, this one height will remain as 3, and this height is already 3 here, right? So the second cut now we are going to do is at 2, right? We should do this cut at 2. So once we do the cut at 2, this we will get 1 as this cut and 1 as this cut, right? So both should be equal, right? So this is both are equal, so that is correct. So we'll get this as our second operation. So after this operation, the remaining sticks size now let's look at it, right? So this one is 2, this one is now 2, right? This height is also 2 because we already cut this one. Also after this cut of 1, this height will also become 2, correct? So this is again 2 height. So after this one, now the next cut we have to put it at 1, right? We can put 1 cut. This cut we are doing it at 1. Why we are not directly doing the cut at 0? Because if we do a cut at 0, then the height will that are of the cut sticks is 1 2 2 2, right? 1 2 2 2 is not allowed. All the cut sticks should have the same height. So now once we put a cut at 1, all the cut sticks has a height 1, right? This is 1, this is also 1, and this one cut part is also 1 basically, right? This is also 1, so this is allowed. So we will take a cut at 1, right? And this is our third operation. So after our third operation, all the sticks will have height 1, right? So all these sticks has height 1 now, right? So we can just go ahead and take a cut at the 0, right? Because all has height 1 now. So we'll make a cut at 0 position. This is 0 position. So the after we make a cut, what we will get, the remainder of the sticks is f height 1, right? This is 1, this is 1, this is also 1, and this is also 1, right? So all are equal basically. So this is our fourth operation. So total 4 operations we will need to make the cuts and minimize the number of operations to cut the sticks, all the sticks to 0, right? So total operations we did is 4 here, right? So in this case, how we are going to solve this problem using Java, right? So let's think about it. So what height we are given in the beginning, right? 1 2 3 and 5, right? 5. So these are the heights that are given in the beginning, right? So what we will do is we have to read through this all given heights of sticks, and we will put these things into a set, right? We will use hash set of Java, and if there is any height of 0, we will just remove 0 height. If there is any 0 height given, we will remove 0 height from the set. We don't want to take, we don't want to consider a 0 height basically, right? Because it doesn't make sense that a stick has a 0 height in the beginning, right? So we will take these things into a set, and at the last we will just put a size of the set, right? The size of the set is our answer. So size of the set is 4, so 4 is the answer, right? So because the conditions that they gave us to perform the operations, this logic we will use, because the set will have unique elements, so it will have unique kind of heights, right? And if you calculate the size, that is what we will require that many operations. So if let's say there is another 5 here, let's say another 5 is there, right? For example, there is another stick with height 5. Let's just assume that there is another stick here with height 5. So it will not change our answer, right? Because set will have only 4 elements, 1 2 3 5, right? So still we will only need 4 minimum operations. And why? Because this first operation we are going to perform at 3 is going to cut both these sticks which has height 5, right? So there is no change in the number of operations, and that logic works because we are going to use set. Set will only hold unique elements. So let me just show you the Java code for this solution. So this one is just a simple, this is the input that's given to us, number of sticks, and the input is height of sticks. So we just created a hash set here of integers. We will go through all this input array, and we will put all these heights into the hash set here. And after that, we'll just make sure that if there is any 0, we'll remove the 0, right? Because we don't want to consider 0 as a valid height, right? And at the end, we'll just print the set dot size here as the answer, right? So let's just make sure we execute this code and gives us the answer. So here we are getting 4, which is the correct answer. So let's just modify this little bit, and if we put, let's say, one more stick with the same height 5, then still our answer should be 4. So as you can see, our answer is still 4. Now instead of 5, if we have another height of 8, then our answer should be 5, right? So let's go ahead and take a look. So as you can see here, our answer is 5, right? If you consider this example with 1535, the answer will be 3, right? So let's just modify this. So 15, so this is 1535, so 1535, so our answer is 3, which is the correct answer here. um, if you want to take this 1 2 3 example also, we can take 1 2 3 example here. So these are only 3 sticks and all are different sizes, so we will get 3 as our answer. So 3 is the answer that is coming right after we execute our code snippet. So this is the way we can solve the Codechef problem, a problem on sticks. This is a Codechef problem. If you are new to my channel, there is a Codechef related dedicated playlist named as Codechef. You will find a lot of Codechef problems solved and explained with whiteboarding session and Java code and examples there. Apart from that, there are two very important playlists, and the name of the playlist is Code Forces and others is Leetcode and Leetcode Solutions. Both this playlist has over 250 different varieties of solved coding problems explained with whiteboarding session for your easier understanding, and also explained with how we can use Java data structures to solve these coding problems. So you can go to my GitHub account link and you can check out the solutions there, and you can also watch the videos for your better understanding. That will give you a good coding interview preparation, because it covers most of the varieties like that usually comes into the coding interviews, online questions or in person questions. If you are simply preparing for Java telephonic interviews, there is a playlist called as Java interview that discusses frequently asked Java interview like telephonic interview questions, and how to answer those questions is also explained there. If you go through that playlist, it will definitely help you in your telephonic Java interviews. If you like this video, if you find this video helpful, and if you like the way it's been created with whiteboarding session, examples and Java code, then please give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel. Your subscription to the channel is really important for the channel, because that is the way the videos can reach to more people who need help in solving coding problems. One of the main goal of the channel is to help as many people as possible in their Java and coding interviews. They can also watch these solved coding problems videos and understand how to approach different varieties using Java, and how to use different APIs, libraries and classes of Java to solve different coding problems. So if you find this video helpful, if you like this content, please give it a like. Also share this video with your friends and colleagues that may be benefited from watching these videos, who are also preparing for their interviews. They can also watch these videos. I am gonna give you the GitHub account link where you can check out like the actual Java solutions for this problem as well as many other problems, and you can practice those Java code and solutions and understand them with different kind of unit test cases for your better understanding. And thanks for watching this video.